Hi everybody and welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be doing a budget update for the month of October. I know you can see my camera over here. I'm actually live on Instagram. So hopefully nothing's going to go wrong. But I just decided because I wanted to go live on Instagram and I decided why not record a YouTube video as well. So what I'm going to start with is basically going through how much we have spent already and then populate what was not updated. So if we jump into October, I'm going to just move this. If your bar moves around, you can just literally drag it here. I don't know why it keeps moving around. Maybe because I'm changing screen sizes. Maybe that's why. Another thing I'm going to do, I'm going to zoom it in so that it doesn't look too tiny. And then it will just be easier for you guys to see. Okay, so what I have spent money on is obviously these expenses, and I need to also update the salary. So we did receive an income on the 15th as planned, and I've got my spending tracker right here with me. So my budget planner where I write everything down. So I'm going to just check how much we received. So that is 12,460. And that right here, guys, is digital products. So this bootcamp that I launched, this course that I launched for how to launch your own digital product is going to be the only one I'm going to do. And we are currently approaching week 3 of our bootcamp. It is self-paced. So if you want to join later on, you're not missing out. It's just that it's the only one I'm going to do. So I do highly recommend joining it, because after this, I'm then going to just focus on personal finance, investing, debt, wealth, all of that. But sometimes it's just that you're not making enough money and all you need is more money. So that is why I launched this program, because this is what changed my life. So 12,460, that is literally an income that some people have to get up, go to work for, and like literally grind to get. I can make this through a digital product. It's not overnight though. It took me just over 3 years to build a proper brand and start making a good income monthly from digital products. But it is definitely possible. I do not have any regrets. Salary number 4, I already know from YouTube, receiving 2,400 Rand. So as you can see, YouTube doesn't pay much, but because of YouTube, I do get people who buy my digital product, which then increases that salary. So, righty. So now I need to just basically tick everything that is done. So I'm not like confused. So all of this is done. So that salary hasn't come through. I just already know because YouTube tells you before the salary comes how much will come in. But all of these are done. Okay, so now let's populate the remaining stuff that we have spent money on already from the 10th up until today, which is the 22nd. So if you have a look here on my calendar, this auto-populates itself. You don't have to fill it in. It also populates itself. So I'm going to start with the 10th. So all you do is just double tap for the date. And if we go to the 10th, let's actually have a look and see how much I spent on the 10th. The 10th, oh, I did actually pay rent on the 10th. Okay, I was a bit confused there. So I'm starting on the 11th. Yeah, I'm starting on the 11th. Okay, so on the 11th, we ate out. So basically Uber Eats. We didn't really go out. We ordered Uber Eats. So that was 378 Rand. Why is my 3 not... Okay, there we go. 378 Rand. And that was Uber Eats. Okay, and that is a variable expense. And then CapCut. So that was also on the 11th, which we paid 140 Rand for CapCut. And that is a subscription. So as you can see, it populates itself. So yeah, I'm just going to keep going. And then on the 12th, I spent the 100 Rand on kindness. So just showing kindness to someone, whatever it is, whether it's buying a coffee or it's literally giving someone money or whatever it is. And then on the 12th, we also paid for Disney Plus, which was $159. So that is Disney Plus, and that is a subscription. And on the 12th again, we spent $901 on food and petrol. So food and petrol. And that was a variable expense. And then on the 13th, we paid $160 on school, which is a platform I use for my monthly mentorship program. If you want to get mentored and assisted on your journey of building a business, specifically with faith as your foundation, then this mentorship program is going to be for you. Because we're not just looking at just building a business or just our personal finance, but also how to strengthen our faith. Because let me tell you something, when you build a business, you need to have faith on another level. So you need to strengthen that. So that is a subscription. And then on the 13th as well, we did our coffee run. So coffee essentials, so just basically a whole bunch of like coffee and stuff that we need in our household for coffee because we love coffee, and that is a very big expense, and we usually buy like every quarter. So it is October, coffee time. And then on the 15th we have our normal bills, so it's 3 of them. I'm just gonna put 315s over there, and the first one is our wills, so me and my husband, so wills. And then the second one is medical, and then car insurance. Oops, sorry. So we're going to start with car insurance, and then we're also going to go with medical. Okay, so car insurance and medical. Okay, so those are high priority bills. Those are important. Okay, and then after the 15th, we had laundry, which was on the 18th. That was 526 Rand. But we had like blankets, things for like, from winter and stuff that needed to get done. So that was laundry, and that is a variable expense. Yep. And the next spending was Uber Eats again. So that was on the 19th, which was a Sunday. I think we actually enjoy eating out on a Sunday. Looks like it. So for that, we spent 450 on Uber Eats, and that is a variable expense. And then on the 21st, 170 on toiletries. Oops. Which I used cash. I know you watched my previous video where I budgeted for this week's toiletries. And I used this binder over here. Oh gosh, this binder over here, which has all my envelopes. So yeah, that was a variable expense. And then lastly, today we did put petrol for 200 Rand, again using cash on that. So petrol, and that is also a variable expense. Okay, so these are our bills so far that we have taken care of. So I'm just going to tick them off just to know that that is all done. Okay, and if we go up over here, we can see how much we have spent for the month of October. And we can also see how much went to what category. So 19% of the spending that we made went to future self, so your investments and stuff. 58% went to priorities, 3% went to subscription, 19% went to variable expenses. So this is just a nice overview to see where did your money go. this is the income that we are working with for this month, 49,000. This is how much we've spent. This is how much we have remaining. I already know that coming up is our debt payment. So that's around 12,000 that we're going to be paying to debt. So if we're looking over here, we're going to have probably 8,000 remaining. And then we have Wi-Fi, and also we'll be paying for some stock because we're going to be restocking Nomazdiary supplies and stuff. Thankfully, the sample has already started printing, so I'm actually excited for that. So I'm going to actually tick the monthly focus over here, which one of them was to order BFFs. So I'm going to tick this, and I want to add more monthly focuses. They're just good to keep me, focused. Which one of them was to finish my program. So if you don't know, I'm launching a program in January on how to literally transform your finances, where we're going to be looking at how to audit your money, how to pay off debt, like actually go into detail of everything step by step, and how to build wealth, how to build a legacy, how to know your dream life number. That is important. That changed everything for me. If I had to ask you right now, what's your dream life number? How much do you actually need to live your dream life? You're going to say something random, and then it's going to feel unrealistic, which means you are like spiritually going to be preventing that from happening because you don't believe it yourself. But when you start actually writing it down and creating an actual number and be like, oh my gosh, now it feels achievable. This is my dream number for a specific age. And then this is what I need to do for the next whatever years to get there. And then it starts being achievable and believable. It's a SMART goal, basically. So I'm going to launch that program that's going to help you create and transform that your finances, and basically reach financial freedom and peace. And that is exciting. Okay, so I want to finish the program. I've already laid it out. I don't want to tell you what I'm going to call it. So you'll see, I'm just going to put this acronym and then you can guess. So finish the program. I also want to do a 3-day fast, hopefully starting next week, Monday, maybe Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, a 3-day fast. I don't know how I'm going to structure it. Maybe I'm just going to eat after 6 p.m. or I don't know, or maybe just water. I don't know. I'm still going to see what I feel. So I want to do a 3-day fast, and I also want to go on daily walks. So obviously I work from home, and sometimes I get so consumed with what I'm doing. It gets so bad. Like on Monday, Skylar didn't go to school because it was Diwali and a lot was happening. So the teacher said, if you want to send your child, you can, but you don't have to. So I was just like, she doesn't have to go to school then. But now I was literally indoors because it was raining this weekend. So I was indoors Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. 3 days I was literally indoors. I didn't go outside at all. And yesterday I was itching for the sun. I really wanted to get out. So yes, we went on a walk and it was so nice. And my body felt so good. And I slept good because of that. So I want to do more of that. So go on walks, even if it's 3 times a week. So I'm just going to add that to be specific. Okay, so we're going to see how that goes. That is basically my budget update, everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed me going through my budget update. I think I'm going to update my savings over here by the end of this month. So obviously there's a lot going on this month. We do have some money remaining, so I did withdraw some cash that I'm going to cash stuff. But I know how much you guys enjoy those videos, so I'm only going to cash stuff when I'm recording that, which is usually on a Saturday or Sunday. And obviously going to pay for our debt with this remaining money, our loan, and we'll see how much we also need to top up for the restock, because we are going to get wallets and we're going to get the budget for Freedom Planner. So we're getting a BFF and the wallets are restocking, but it's going to be limited stock. It's not going to be enough, but we will restock again. But we just need to see how much we need to top up with, and then I'll see what's remaining to then put into my savings and then populate that spreadsheet over there. But for now, I will be cash stuffing everything. But yeah, we'll see at the end of the month. I'll keep you updated on everything. So far, this is where the money has gone. This is our income. This is how much we've put in investments, retirements, life insurance, so future me. So basically paying yourself first. Your high priority bills. So for us, this is the biggest one, the biggest percentage, which the name says itself. It's a high priority bill. So that's where most of your money should go anyways. But obviously I would like to increase future me in time. Subscriptions, it's 2%, so it's the least one. So as much as I have a lot of subscriptions, they don't cost me too much, and I do need them to automate my business. And again, all of that will be in the bootcamp. So if you join the bootcamp, it's linked on my bio to everyone who's live on Instagram for the bootcamp. And if you are watching this from YouTube, it's on the link below. There's two options. You can join the bootcamp, which is basically 6 weeks of you just working with me, it's going to be recorded stuff if you're joining late to build your business, but you're going to have access to me on WhatsApp and our WhatsApp group, or you can join the monthly membership, which is $13 a month. That's like $230, not more than $230 a month. And that also has all the access to everything to help you build your digital business. So I need those automations that are going to help me, even when I'm asleep and someone is interested, to be able to automatically receive everything that they need without me having to email everyone individually. So it's nice to automate your business. You wake up to sales, to money that is flowing into your account. That is a big part of my business, subscriptions. And then there's obviously other subscriptions that I don't really need, but they're nice to have, like good Netflix. Debt, we're going to update that next week. So I'm going to come back for the final recording of the month, updating as well how much we have paid in debt. But the budget is around 12,000, maybe 12,300. And then variable expenses, that's 10% as well of our spending, which is obviously food is the most expensive one. Our petrol is no longer that expensive. Uber Eats, we don't spend too much, but it is part of our food budget. So it's just the food. The food is quite expensive. But maybe the 3-day fast is going to help. And then sinking funds, I'll then update you end of the month of what's remaining that we are also going to be putting into our sinking funds, which is mostly Christmas, because investments and stuff is sorted. Okay, so this is basically the budget, and this is how much we have spent. This is how I track my spending using my spending tracker. But I also have just the weekly spending tracker sheet. This is what I'm looking at when I'm populating my spreadsheet. So I use this to track every single day, and then I sit down like once a week to then populate everything on my spreadsheet and track it. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I will see you on the next video for the spreadsheet. I'll have everything linked on the bio, on the description below. Wherever you're watching from, you will find it, or just Google Nomazdiaries and you're going to find my website and get access to everything that you need. Bye.